myself, that's not putting down anyone else. Today, it is good to be me. Just like today, it is good for y'all to be you. Get in a practice of thinking, feeling, and being that. I think every day that it's good to be me. I feel every day that it's good to be me. And I be every day that it's good to be me. Practice that. Just start with that. Just be grateful for who you are. Nobody else can be you. Nobody else could walk in your shoes. Nobody else could have made it to where each of us are today. Nobody else, just y'all, just us. So be grateful, be thankful, and let anybody know that comes in contact with you that today is a good day, a great day to be me. Let them know that. We're going to run into the lesson. We are in Master Self-Numerology, September 28, 2021. Today, we start with interpretations. And today's interpretations, we're going to go through Soul's Journeys numbers 1, 2, and 3. Just for a quick recap, in order to figure out your soul's journey, some other numerologists would call it your destiny. Others I've heard they call it your life path. Destiny, life path, soul's journey, all the same thing. And the way you figure it out is your first name, figure your first name, get that number, figure your middle name, get that number, and then figure your maiden last name and get that number. And then you add that first name to the middle name to the last name, and then you reduce that down to its number. And that's what you get. That's how you get your soul's journey. You guys understand and making this connection, how I say your entire life story is written in your name. You add up your first name, you get, like my first name, Mark, is 16. So that's 16, 7. Edward is a 28. So that's the 28, 10, 1. So 7 plus 1 is 8. And then Pio is a 22. That's a 4. So 7 plus 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. So my soul's journey is a 3. Anybody got any questions on how to figure your soul's journey? All right. All right. So we're going to start with soul's journey number 1. Now, we have already talked about the characteristics of number 1. We've gotten into both the number 1 and all of the 10s that break back down to a 1. So it is really safe to assume that a number 1 soul journey will be very, very similar to what we've already covered for the number 1. And that assumption is correct. Yet there are subtle different nuances to a soul's journey than it would be if this was your first step, or if this was your first name, middle name, last name, or if it was an essence. Your soul's journey is just that. It is the journey that your soul takes your physical body on during this incarnation. I do not call it a destiny, because a destiny makes a destination possible. we all have multiple destinations. We all have there are multiple avenues on the road that we're on in our soul journey. There are multiple avenues, and there are multiple ways. There were multiple ways for me to get here to where I'm teaching on Zoom. There were multiple ways. It just didn't have to happen the way that I did it. You guys understand what I'm saying? There are multiple destinations in our life. There are things that we can do, and if we had kept doing them, we would be at another point in our soul journey somewhere else. I always talk about that. I could have been this. I should have been this. I would have been this. However, I am this right now. So I don't consider it a destiny or a destination, because first of all, none of us really need to be concerned about a destination and really get on board with the journey. It's the journey that's important, because again, you could end up anywhere. Doesn't matter where you go geographically. It's your journey. It's your soul's journey. So there are a few little different nuances to the soul's journey, number one, than what it would be if you were just describing a person that had strong number ones in their chart. Fair enough? All right. So the number one soul journey is they're destined. They are on a path to leadership. If your soul's journey is number one, you will lead. Not you may, not you. See, I don't like that. I'm glad I read that, because I'm gonna change that word too, because I don't like that word destined. You are going to lead. If you have a one soul journey, you are already a leader. You come out of the portal leading. It's part of your DNA. You must gain your leadership through your own initiative, independence, and originality of thought, and working and/or leadership methods. You can't, number one, soul journey is not going to be concerned, not going to read the book, How to Be a Boss. But number one soul journey know how to be a boss. They're not reading the book. They're going to do it on their own initiative, independence, and originality of thought and method. If you have a one soul journey and you are following someone else's script, you will not be happy. You're not going to be happy. Your life is guaranteed to be an interesting one, with many odd and strange experiences, all for the purposes of developing your will and determination. Your success comes through your ability to stand on your own feet, think for your own self, and to individualize your character. Number one soul journey folks are not part of groupthink. Not part of groupthink. If they are at the protest, they're the ones leading the shit. If they're in a group, they're the leader, but they're not a groupthink person. They're not. Now, this don't mean that they must be aggressive or dominant. However, instead, to be strong, self-reliant, and determined to get on in the world by their own ability. They don't have to be aggressive. They don't have to be dominant. Just be strong, self-reliant, and determined. And the soul journey number one, they got it. They're the ones that just walk in and be like, I got this. I got it. Life will never let them down if they use a fine constructive willpower in overcoming obstacles and meeting their problems with courage and originality. They can't shirk from issues. They cannot, do the whole okey doke. Ones are original. So they cannot fall into the pattern of following the crowd, following the same old, and giving the same old dry ass responses. You're not going to get canned responses from the one soul's journey, because your journey is not going to be one of canned responses. So the one soul journey is very unique. For the one soul journey, while you're on your soul journey, don't be afraid to get off the beaten path. Just make sure your plan is constructive, because that will open the door to new leadership. And the thing that the soul journey number one really wants is independence. Always be willing and ready to teach others true leadership with your every thought, action, and deed. There will be times when you need to keep your options open and look to new horizons in order to increase your possibilities. At such times, investigate new ideas, new things, and original and unique activities. If you are compelled to deal with old and established lines of work, always in big flashing neon lights, always apply new and original methods to all endeavors. You see what the theme is about this soul journey number one? No matter what, if you get put into a regular old situation with regular old shit, you're gonna have to put new and original ideas and methods on it, because that's what your journey calls for. That's what your life calls for. If you don't live up to it, and your soul's journey is what it is, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. If you find yourself in or remaining in any subordinate position without hope for progress and advancement, the soul journey number one person, it means you are not making the most of your innate abilities or making a consistent effort towards self-improvement or using your ideas to good or full advantage. If you are soul journey number one, you is not subordinate to nobody. You're a leader. You're a leader. It's different than the 8. The 8 is the boss. The 1, you're the leader. You're not subordinate to anybody. You first. And always be strong, capable, and intelligent, and your possibilities, your opportunities will come and greet you. Soul journey number one, all you have to do is maintain your proper alignment, be honest, and get on your dime, and your opportunities come up and knock on your door. Hey, dog. Hey, you want to fall into a great situation? Soul journey number one? Yeah, sure. Come on over here. Yeah, they come and greet you. Word of advice for soul journey number one people: mix with people who are doing original things and with those who are promoting and directing causes for humanity. This will fire your ambition to use your own ideas. Last piece of advice, soul journey number one, folks: live your life. Live it. Live it. Live it, as dullness will always defeat you. Keep life moving onward and upward. Soul journey number one. Anybody have any comments about soul journey number one? All right. Soul's journey number two. We know the ins and outs about the number two. If you are a soul journey number two person, you are a natural peacemaker. Fight break out anywhere. Soul journey number two is the first one that's standing in between people. You have siblings or cousins, and y'all all get together and Y'all start fighting or start getting loud, and one or two of your cousins always like, wait, y'all don't do that. Yeah, they soul journey number twos. Natural peacemaker. Whenever there's an issue, a discrepancy, I'll put it to y'all this way. I run into a lot of soul journey number two people because I am always the one that is disrupting peace somewhere. I'm always talking shit to somebody about their accountability and their responsibility, and the soul journey number two will hear the commotion and automatically come running over. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? They're natural peacemakers. They're going to run in the middle of any mess and attempt to bring the peace. Goodwill towards others is soul journey number two, magic power for success. Soul journey number two, all they have to do is serve others with the goodwill in their heart and soul, and they just elevate themselves to success, and success in whatever they desire. Whatever they desire. Soul journey number two, folks, they have fine powers of persuasion, fine powers of diplomacy, and fine powers of cooperation. However, they must be fine-tuned, honed and tested to the point of perfection, along with your other characteristics. If you desire to manifest the good things life has in store for you. You see, because they're natural peacemakers and because they have that will to want to do good for others, they leave themselves frayed, not polished. And it's not a good, a bad, or indifferent thing. It just is what it is because they are naturally peacemakers, and because they are naturally sensitive, and because of all the other stuff that goes in with the two, they are afraid. You know how you have a towel and you it's your favorite towel, or it's your favorite blouse, or your favorite shirt, and you wear it over and over and over again, and you wash it, and you put the Willite in there, and you put the fabric softener in it, and it's still your favorite shirt, but you know the edge on the bottom is a little frayed. You know, it might be getting a little thin in certain spots. That's the two soul journey. Yet, if they fine-tune themselves, if they hone themselves, and if they are tested to the point of perfection, they can manifest the good things in life. The top of the top good things in life. They are one of life's troubleshooters. You see what I mean? They can hear it coming, and they are quick to pour out their oil on troubled waters, and they're constantly called to pour out this oil, and they got an abundance of oil. It's like that story that was in the Bible where she told him to, or Jesus, somebody had a cup and didn't have no oil in it. They took the cup down and it just kept running over. That's the two with their oil that they'll pour out for trouble, or they'll pour out to make peace, or they'll pour out to quell an argument, or they'll pour it out to bring balance to a situation. They got plenty of it. And even though they may not always want to, they came into this incarnation with a mission to fulfill. So get to it as it must be done, not only for the sake of success, however, for your own peace and harmony. See, twos come in here to make peace, the two soul journey. They come to put two odd people to be a bridge between two odd people, the one and the three. They are the bridge, and they soothe everything over for whoever they come into contact with. When things are not moving smoothly, two soul journey people, and for twos in general, tact, diplomacy, and courtesy should be the vehicles that you allow to carry you through. It doesn't do the two any good to attempt to do anything by force or coercion or bullying tactics. First of all, and for the two soul journey and even the two person, when they cuss, it don't even sound right. When the peacemaker and the one who's at the table of compromise first, and the one that's always looking to soothe, afraid. So when they start cussing, it don't even sound right. They're like, gosh, dig it. Yeah, they just can't even get it out right. So tact, diplomacy, and courtesy should be the vehicles that you allow to carry you through. For arbitration is one of your readily available tools. Like I said, the two soul journey and the two in general, they can have two people who hate each other, who want to kill each other, and the two can come in and arbitrate and have both of them singing kumbaya by the end of the day. It's just one of their natural tools, especially for the two soul journey, especially. Two soul journey, you got to avoid falling into the struggle for existence. A lot of twos, just for lack of a better word, accept the struggle because they're always in the middle. They're always at the table of compromise. They're always making peace. They're always making calm or some trouble. So they accept, a lot of them accept the struggle of existence. Avoid falling into that. You, like I said, as long as you fine tune, hone, and test it to the point of perfection, you can manifest the best of shit. You don't have to struggle. Nobody has to struggle. No number has to struggle. No zodiac sign has to struggle. No card has to struggle. No race of people has to struggle. No color of people has to struggle. No gender of folks have to struggle. Nobody has to. Definitely the two, avoid falling into it. Now, bring others together diplomatically. Soothe, comfort, advise, counsel, and help people find peace. For this will give you great personal satisfaction and add to your commercial value. Twos can great counselors, great therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, lawyers, probation analysts, and it adds to your commercial value. Soothe, comfort, advise, counsel, and help people find peace because it gives you personal satisfaction and it adds to your commercial value. Partnerships are important to the two, just like the two soul journey person. Piece of advice for the two soul journey: mix with people who are working for the refinement of all people and who express the highest spiritual standards of living. Y'all get that? Mix with people who are working for the refinement of all people and who express the highest spiritual standards of living. And also just remember, you're sensitive too, and you should always appreciate the other guy's point of view and feelings. And your understanding and persuasive manner give you the ability to encourage and comfort others. Religion, these are all vocations that are great for the two souls journey: religion, science, politics, banking, and finance. Stats and higher educations are all fields that a soul journey number two and a number two in general can excel in. Any comments, any questions about two soul journey, one or the two? All right. Let me get over here to the number three. Now, this is Mark Edward Piles. That's my government name. Y'all know me as Pyphrius B. Metatron. Some folks know me as Mark Edward Pyle. Mark Edward Pyle's soul journey is the number 3. So I am talking about my soul journey and anyone else that has a 3 soul journey. All right. Soul journey number 3. You are very creative and are required to be the optimist. I cannot be Debbie Downer. I cannot. And as far back as I can remember, the glass has always been half full. Always. Never woe is me, never doom and gloom. I've said this on a few occasions. Hell, when I was smoking crack, I thought very highly of myself. I was very optimistic. I didn't see what everybody else thought they saw. I knew who I was. Yeah, I thought very, very highly of myself. Your mission in life is to show everyone. I haven't read this in a while, so I'm rereading this for the first time in a long time. Your mission in life is to show everyone the magic power of high living and inspiration. Wow. I can see that. You must realize this for yourself too. For laugh and the world laughs with you is one of your slogans for success. The 3 soul journey, got to be able to laugh at yourself. You cannot get too high on your wins, and you never should get low on your lessons. Notice I did not say losses or defeats, because I'm a 3 soul journey. So I either win or I learn and grow. I don't never lose nothing. I either win or I learn and grow. Weep and you weep alone is equally certain in your experiences. And it's only certain in the experiences of the 3 soul journey, because the 3 won't let you see them crying. Because the 3 is the life of the party. The 3 is the, hey, the 3 is the one that come in electric sliding when there ain't no music, hey. So when the 3 is sad, if it's sad tears, yeah, the 3 will go somewhere else and cry. If they're tears of joy, yeah, I won't let you see it. I'll do something like this, like take off my glasses, like I'm rubbing my eyes to make sure, like, oh yeah, I'll do some shit like that if I'm getting teared up in a movie. Yeah, I'll just take them off and be like, yeah. The 3, definitely. I've cried so much by myself, because I don't want anybody to see me crying, actually, because it takes away from my optimism. So weep and you weep alone is equally certain in your experiences as well. Many people have lost the joy of living, and it is your duty and mission in life, soul journey number 3, to arouse their imagination and spirit until their faith in people and in friendship has been rekindled and they can laugh again. That it's my duty to inspire and instill your spirit and bring a faith back to you in friendship and make sure we all laugh about some shit. I love this part. Never take yourself too seriously, and you should always find yourself in the middle of something very successful. That is for goddamn true. As long as I only believe my most humble hype, I always end up right in the middle of some of the most successful and amazing opportunities and shit. Get too puffed up, get too much. Yeah, and then woo, poof. The air get poked out of the balloon real fast. As long as I just believe my most humble height, yeah, I'm going to be in the middle of some of the most successful and incredible uh, endeavors that they are. And that's for anybody with a soul's journey number 3, not just me. Brace for the downturns as you are prone to them too. Remember, I talked about 3 being careless with system and in order. Well, the 3 in me doesn't look ahead for the dry periods. The 3 in me is like, hey, dog, hey, it ain't dry today. Shit. Tomorrow will take care of itself. For the 3, tomorrow will take care of itself. Yesterday don't matter. It's all about now. All about now. Brace for the downturns as you are prone to them too. Just never get too high when you're up or too low when you're down, and you will be fine. That's been my since my initial childhood disappointments in people that were supposed to come pick me up and all of this and all of that. Once I reconciled all of that, that's been my motto. I never get too up when I win or when I'm high. I'm not too high when I'm up, and I don't ever get too low when the tide goes out. When the tide comes in, I'm cautious, and when it goes out, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I am entitled, not destined. I am going to be popular. Soul journey number 3, you are going to be popular. You're going to have love. You're going to have romance and money. However, this will only come to you. I'm speaking to myself as well. This will only come to the soul journey 3 as you live higher standards and express beauty, art, and inspiration in your own life. Anything else, and you lose your popularity, you lose love, you lose romance, and your money. It's pretty simple for the soul journey 3. It's real simple, yet you know the nature of the 3. I can't be confined just to that. Cannot be confined just to that. Soul journey, this is a piece of advice for soul journey number 3, piece of advice for myself. Laugh at your troubles. Now, for anybody else, I would not say that. For a soul journey number 3, if you got 3 energy strong in your chart, laugh at your troubles, because why? You're the optimist. And you have more opportunity than any other number in the suit. The 3 has more opportunity. The 3 turns down more shit than most people even get in their life. Let's see. Laugh at your own trouble. Masterfully blend sincerity with joy, and you cannot fail. Study and engage in interests which will give you more ease in expressing your thoughts, words, and feelings, either in literature, acting, commerce, or business. You have a part to play, even a career, along the lines of imagination and creative expressions. 3s spark the imagination. 3s can do anything with that's concerning a creative expression or the imagination, especially literature, acting, and any type of commerce or business. The art of words, constructively used, will take you far in life. That is a fact. That truly is a fact. So is this that's coming up right after that. Watch your tendency for talking too much. That used to be a really bad trait for me. Especially when I was unaware of the power of the 7 and was living in the opportunistic vibe of the 3. Yeah, I talk too damn much. Too much. Watch your tendency for talking too much and make sure you always check your emotions at the door. Yeah, because the 3 will just come, busting out. What? You know, you tell 3 something going on, I'm running and charging it. Oh, and you could be running right into a hornet's nest, running into a setup. Because why? Because you're careless with system and order. So you ain't even paying attention to it. You ain't even surveying the scene. You ain't even looking around. You just charging, emotional, hot. Watch your tendency for talking too much and make sure you always check your emotions at the door and enjoy life and help others enjoy life also. See why I say it's pretty simple for the 3, yet difficult? Because the 3 is not going to take the time to check those emotions. Most of the time they're going to run, boop, and they talking while they running, so you know they talking too much. Yeah. The 3, watch it. You know, what was that character in Fridays? Watch your tone and put your hands on your, the 3, just, zip it. Okay, piece of advice for the 3, as long as you stay optimistic, you will always find yourself in the middle of admiring groups. Friends are important in your life, and you should perfect the art of being a true friend. I got a confession to make. There is the paradox and the conflict in me right there, because as a 3, friends are important. I got 3 soul journey, 3 soul urges, 3 soul energy, destiny, heart, birth force. I'll just, it's come up all 3s. Friends are important in your life, and you should perfect the art of being a true friend. That is the 3. For the 7, give 0 fucks about friends. And really can care less if you consider the 7 a true friend. The 7 don't care what you're thinking about that. So there's the paradox, and there's paradox in each one of us, because we got numbers that work against each other. Remember I talked about the numbers that can work against each other? Well, yeah, the 3, friends are important in your life, and you should perfect the art of being a true friend. 7, you like being by yourself and don't want to be around a crowd. See how I have to juggle that? We have to juggle that, and I'll teach us how to balance out. I had to learn how to balance out my need for friends and being the true friend versus my need for solitude and getting away from the crowd. I had to learn how to balance that, how to make it work in a perfect blend for myself. But yeah, friends are important in your life, and you should perfect the art of being a true friend. Last piece of advice for the 3: mix with people who have a constructive philosophy and a comeback when things go wrong. Why is that important for the 3? First of all, have a mix with people who have a constructive philosophy, because the 3 can have his head way out in fantasy land. And you need to mix with some people that have a constructive philosophy. And why is it important to have mixed with people who come back when things go wrong? Because if you are a 3, yes, a lot goes right, but a lot goes wrong too. So you need somebody, you need to be around folks who can bounce back fast in a spur of the moment when something go wrong, because it does on the 3 souls journey. Do not be afraid of the public. Wow. The 3 normally isn't afraid of the public. Take an interest in opera, theater, charity, children, all of the arts and crafts, religion/spirituality, and all activities which amuse, entertain, and inspire people. The 3 can make a tremendous living in those specific areas, especially a 3 soul journey, in those specific areas. And then lastly, so we can get Miss V to her class on time, through these, you will find help, assistance, and friendship, and be able to do good in the world. Any questions, any comments on a 3 soul journey or on any of the soul journeys that we talked about today, or any other question or comment any of us may have about numerology? Anybody? Was this informative for y'all? Was this okay?
This was good for me.
All right. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, if there's going to be nothing else, we will shuffle off and run on to the end. This has been On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. We do go through the 88 steps into your mastered self. And if you keep On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron a part of your spiritual journey, I guarantee you somewhere along the way, your mastered self will wait you. I love each and every one of you that is here live and that watches this on the replay. And I am not saying goodbye forever. I am just saying goodbye for now. See you guys on Thursday.
Smooches, everybody.
Smooches and love. Mwah. Can't do without it. Can't do without it. Yay.